One thing you do need to avoid is everyone does it, but if you'll notice, you're watching this university, I'm not reading off a teleprompter. I'm doing everything off the top of my head, and I very, very rarely start stuttering or saying, I've trained it out of my brain. But you start slowly. You talk slowly, you breathe, you make sure you don't make any and then you get better at it, and then you can be as quick as me. Now I talk very, very fast without mistakes, without gaps. And will lose you a deal. Oh, so explain to me how the flux capacitor works. Okay, so you just lost it. You just lost the deal right there. And 99% of people will do exactly that. Even people who are good, even experienced people. Okay, so why? How does the flux capacitor work? I'm gonna tell you exactly how the flux capacitor works. Here's how it works. Look at this. I just got the deal. You didn't. All I did was repeat his question. You're saying, so you have time to think. I'm repeating the question, so I have time to think. Tell me how the flux capacitor works. Okay, or tell me how the flux capacitor works. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you exactly how the flux capacitor works. All I did was repeat his question. It's not complicated. There's tips and tricks so you learn how to speak without sounding like a moron. If someone and ahs in a presentation with me, I won't buy from them because I don't like that shit. I don't speak that way. Learn how to not speak that way. If you're watching this and you want to learn what I know about how to talk, get the body language course, it'll teach you. I gave you one little trick there, but there's a bunch more. Next, everything will go wrong all the time. Everything will go wrong all the time. That's why you need to have a high stress tolerance. And that's also why you need rule number 1. Your best weapon against things going wrong is rule number 1, speed. Speed defies gravity. If you get water in a bucket and you spin it around really fast, the water doesn't come out the bucket. As soon as you slow down, it falls out. Speed is that powerful. You have to be able to work quickly. You need people around you who work quickly. You need teams which react to things quickly. Everything will go wrong all the time. The faster you can plug the hole and fix things, the faster you're gonna be back online making money. So anticipate things going wrong. High stress tolerance. And speed is the remedy to all your issues. No matter what the issue is, no matter what the ailment, you need to do things quickly to get it fixed.
Everyone I talk to is such a fucking winner that when I sit around, all I can do is accidentally win.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, bam, more money. Like all you can do is win when you're around winners.
It's true.
It's all you can do. So you have to be very, very selective, and you have to very, very carefully curate your reality. And that's why I created the War Room, because it's a global network, but you have to be global and you have to be online nowadays, because if you're a normal dude living a normal life, you're never going to meet winners in day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Because they're all slaves.
Yeah.
So you have to find that guy in Singapore who's a winner, those 2 guys in Dubai who's a winner, 1 in London. Like it's hard now.
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder. But yeah, I don't tolerate negativity around me.
Impacting men on every level. Show some love. Like and subscribe.
Smiling is effective, but it's only effective if it's used selectively. People tell me, Tate, you never smile. That's not true. I do smile. I smile selectively. My smile has a value. If you guys are watching this, I'm trusting you've seen the people. How do you give your attention a value? By making it rare. Why is gold valuable? Because it's scarce. My smile has a value because I rarely smile. If you walk through life, 1, you look a fucking moron, 1. And 2, who gives a fuck if you're smiling or not? If I smile, my smile has value, has weight, has currency. I've had my girl, I've been with 6 years. She'll message me, I made you smile today. She's happy that she made me smile, because it's hard to do. There's achievement in it. Oh my God, I made him smile. He woke up and I'd already cooked dinner, and he woke up and I cooked him breakfast, and I had coffee in his favorite mug, and I brought it to him, and I told him I loved him, and he smiled a little bit. She got her reward, which is my smile. If she woke up and I was like, hey baby, hey, what the fuck, you give a fuck if I smile or not? I smile when it's deserved. And you're a fucking full-grown man. You should be walking through life smiling. You need to smile at people when something of merit happens. I'm not saying come across as a miserable fuck. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you're sitting there looking like you're gonna fucking kill yourself. You're not Eeyore. I'm saying you need to smile selectively. Once again, you need to adapt your own body language style. You need to decide when you're going to use your smile and when you're not. Don't say trying to hold it in. I'm saying you've probably learned to smile instinctively. You're smiling at things that don't really make you smile, and you're smiling at things that you don't find funny to be polite. But let me tell you what smiling is. Smiling is a sign of submission. Look at apes, our closest relative. Apes smile to submit. When the alpha appears,
The beta males, they show their teeth. They go, it's like, don't hurt me. This is natural. You can study this today. Google it, YouTube, right now. They show their teeth in a sign of submission. That's what smiling is. If you're going through life, every person you meet, you're like, hey. You're basically saying to the world, don't want to hurt me. Please, hey, I'm a nice guy. How are you? Fine. You? Yeah, good, man. Does Trump smile at every motherfucker he sees? No! It's Trump! Fucking... Yeah, alright, okay, yeah. Fucking there's someone who actually, like a real G turns up, someone who's done a fantastic job that week, he'll give him a little bit of a smile, go, smile, and they'll go, why does Trump smile now? Because he doesn't walk through life looking like a fucking happy clown. And neither should you. Your smile is a selective tool. It must be rare, it must be used effectively. You smile at a girl, she needs to fucking deserve that shit. You smile at a guy, he needs to deserve that shit. You can walk through like fucking smiling. Life's not all about just being as happy as possible. This is the bullshit the media is trying to sell you. They're purporting this idea. If you're happy, smile, be nice. Everyone who's happy all the time, smiling all the time, nice all the time is a fucking loser. You know it and I know it. So you don't want to be that guy. You haven't got to be fucking smiling. Use your smile selectively. I use my smile selectively, especially in dates with girls. When I'm sitting there, it's a little bit frosty, whatever. I don't allow awkward silences because I'm too efficient for those things. I've got a PhD degree. But if we're talking and the talk's just very general, I'm very neutral. I'm like this. Oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. When she starts to flirt with me a little bit, or if she starts to be a little bit more open, or I know for sure she's... Then I might smile a little bit. I'm like, bitch, you crazy. I'll smile. She'll say something and I'll smile before I answer. Say, oh, I didn't expect you to be like this. I thought you'd be more arrogant. I'm like, why? I'll smile. But if she says that at the beginning, I didn't expect you to be this. I expect you to be more arrogant. I'm like, why? I'm very different. I decide to smile when she's receptive to me. You're receptive to me, and you're gonna fucking do what I want. You can have a smile in return. Smile is a weapon. Like your attention is a weapon. Like everything you have is a weapon. You're a walking bag of weapons. So most of you men don't understand. Your attention has a value. Your smile has a value. You replying to someone, it all has value. And you guys are just running through life throwing it away. Every single chick giving them attention for no reason, even though they don't messaging girls all the time, friend zoning yourself, smiling at everyone, just throwing your weapons away. Then how the fuck are you gonna do something exclusive? How do you show me I've made you happy if you're already smiling at every dickhead you've ever met? It's stupid. Now you don't have to come across as a horrible person. I don't smile often at all. But let's say I'm in the store and I'm buying something and the guy goes, I say, yeah, this much. I'm like, thank you, thanks. I'll nod. If I'm walking past a security guard, he looks at me, I won't smile, I'll nod. A nod is you and I both know who the bad men in the room are. All the big men know the big men nod. All the big men know. If you're not a big man and you're watching this show, what's he talking about? If you're a big guy right now, you know. When big men walk in the club and there's another big man in the club, you instantly, human instinct, you catch eyes like, okay, he's the only person in this club who can match me physically. If there's gonna be a fight, it's the only guy I have to worry about. And you always link eyes. And you always kind of do this thing. This like, yeah, all right, cool. We clocked each other. We decided we're cool. It's done. It's a big man. It's a thing. Big men know. But a nod is far more effective than a smile. You want to be polite, nod at somebody. Yeah, thank you. Cheers, thanks. Bye. Thanks. What the fuck you happy about? You just bought fucking skills. You happy over skills? Little bitch. You full-grown man. Fucking smiling over skills. What's wrong with you? If I have to tell you to give a firm handshake, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. You should know that. If I have to tell you that fidgeting makes you appear bored, you should know that already. If you want to look bored, this is obvious shit. You know this one. If you're sitting with a girl and she crosses her legs, she's basically saying you're going nowhere. That's like an anti-rape fucking instant reaction. You know how to read these things. You know these things because you know how to read them instinctively. If you sit with a girl and she does this, and she does this, you know you ain't back. You know it and I know it. All those pickup artist dudes, they teach what they call keynotes. Fucking gay shit. I hate pickup artists. I hate pickup artists because I know I'm the baddest, I'm the best. So it annoys me. There's all these guys, Red Pill, Mr. Lucario, Bad Boy the Dating Game, all these dudes, and every time I see the girls they're fucking, I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? These guys are fucking girls. I wouldn't even fuck. I wouldn't even touch their girls, and they're bragging about them like, yeah, I went out and I gained this chick. She's a fucking 5. Your 9 is my 5. You call her a 9, she's a fucking 5. My girls look like fucking Playboy bunnies. My girls got 2 million followers on Insta. My girls have billionaire exes. My guess is my girls are actually hot. Your girls are basic. I hate pickup artists. Anyway, they're all fucking idiots. All of them. None of them are good with me.
But they talk about this keynote thing where you need to do some touching on the girl. And I agree that I do that myself. That can help. I have two things I do. One is when I first meet, it depends. I don't really do the hug and kiss thing when I first meet a girl. I don't really do that because I know her quite well. But once we're talking shit, one of the things I get to do is I say I'm a kickboxer. Like, oh, you're a kickboxer? I say, yeah, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to train you. I'm going to make you a little ninja because you're beautiful and no one's going to expect you to kill you. And I give that compliment there. I'm like, oh, like, yeah, you're going to work for me. So go, really, who do I have to kill? I say, well, are you strong enough? And they'll always go, yeah. I'll say, go, let me see. And then they'll tense their shit muscles of work to do. That's how I first do the keynote, break the ice, touch them thing. I do the feel in their arms thing. But that only works because I have huge arms. If I did that and she looked at my skinny ass arms back and goes, well, where's your fucking? So it doesn't work, that does it. So you have to choose your own style. Well, yeah, if they're all crossing off and they don't want you to touch them, whatever, then that's obviously a bad sign. You know these things already. I don't have to tell you super fucking obvious stuff. If you've watched it to this point and you haven't taken any notes, I doubt it. I've definitely told you some shady shit you probably don't know yet. Especially changing it from angry to calm. I know none of you fuckers do that because I've never seen anyone else pull off me. Eyes, eye contact. A lot of you are very unaware where you're looking, especially when you're talking to somebody. I look in people's eyes. I do that very, very specifically. Not in a creepy way. I don't want none of you fuckers to take my videos. Sometimes I say things which are so nuanced, and I'm worried that people are going to be like, okay, Tate said this, so I have to do this. And you're going to go sit there with a girl and be like, hi. You're a fucking psycho. You have to keep things into perspective. Especially if you want to drive a point home. You look in someone's eyes. Like I said before, the biggest theme behind this bug language course is the ability to change your language. It's the change of language that people perceive more than the language itself. So if I'm talking to a girl and I'm like, blah, 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 doesn't matter what I'm saying, let me think of a sentence, doesn't matter what I'm saying, but when I want to drive the point home, only then will I look in her eyes. Yeah, actually, I'm really glad I met you because you are beautiful. I'll say the beautiful part and look in her eyes. Before I say that, I'm looking away. And that's what makes it more effective. It's more effective because I've gone from looking away to looking at her. If I just looked at her and said, I'm glad I met you because I really think you're beautiful. It's not, for me, it's far more effective for me to say, yeah, well, I'm glad I met you because I really think you're beautiful. I'll look away and then I'll look at them when I say something I mean. And that change in body language is what they perceive, and that makes you far more convincing. You see where I'm coming from? Don't tell her she's beautiful, well, make sure you're not looking at her and then look her in the eyes directly as you say it like a fucking man. Eye contact. Eye contact needs to be used as punctuation. This is punctuation. Everything's punctuation to make them understand a point. That's how your eye contact should be used. I'm not saying you have to lock eyes with every motherfucker you meet, but it needs to be used as punctuation. Same with men. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. When I look in his eyes, it's when I mean it. When you're saying it, you're not looking in his eyes, you don't mean it. Say I look in his eyes, I mean it. And if you guys watch any of my other videos, you understand how important it is to never say something you don't mean. If you've not watched my video on Tate speech, it's completely free. Trips on depression, it's about 25 minutes long. Watch that one. And I talk about how important it is to say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't tell somebody you're gonna knock them out and you're just gonna do it. Don't be one of those people who walk through the earth talking shit. Unless they look, bro, you go down my face. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. The first time I look in his eyes, I say I'm gonna knock him out. He knows. It's the first time I've looked at him. He knows I'm gonna mean it. That's how eye contact should be used. Power poses is a thing. I had a lot of people send me lots of emails about this course asking me questions. So I ask about power poses. They say like if you sit there and you do the Superman pose, you start to get more, you naturally release more testosterone, you start to feel stronger. I believe that's true. I do think that works. That is definitely a thing. You know, that's certainly a thing. Do I walk through life with the Superman pose? No. Should you? No. What the fuck? When you look in the mirror, you look in the mirror like, yeah, I'm a fucking man. Yeah, you need to do that. Of course. But that's more here than a power pose. So I'm only answering this thing now, so I know some of the fuckers are going to be like, well, what about my power pose? If you want to walk through life doing this and it makes you feel a little bit stronger, go for it. How about you just get strong as fuck anyway, and you don't worry about walking around like a fucking superhero, like a dork. So that's that shit. I've told you a lot about being domineering and conquering. However, a lot of you guys will know, one of the 48 rules of power is never to outshine the master. So a lot of you may have a boss, and you can't act that way because it's going to piss your boss off too much if you're too overpowering. I managed to be overpowering in my sales meetings because I was such a fucking fantastic salesman, the boss wouldn't say shit to me because I made him so much fucking money. But if you're middle of the road or something, you can't come across that way, you're going to annoy people too much if you haven't got the results to back it up. So one of the key things you can do if you want to make people like you, two things you want to make people like you. One's a body language trick, one's not. One is, if you want to make people like you, ask them lots of questions. Because everyone loves to talk about themselves. If I'm meeting someone extremely important, which happens all the fucking time, from Trump Jr. to anyone else, I I think, okay, I need this person to like me. I don't sit there and try and impress them. I don't sit there and go, okay, Andrew Tate, son of a chess grandmaster, genius IQ, 4-time kickboxing world champion, I've got lots of girls, lots of pussy and money and a Lambo. They don't care. Nobody cares. I sit there and go, yeah, okay, it's really good to meet you. Yeah, I've always been interested in ask them things. Because if you ask people questions, then they have to talk, they have to answer them. And they have to answer them by talking about themselves. And everyone loves themselves. So if you sit there with someone and they only talk about themselves for an hour, they're going to love the conversation. Yeah, it was really good to talk to you because I got to brag for an hour. This is especially effective with women. Women love this shit. If you sit there and try and make a woman impress her, I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, nah. Sit there and go, you're different than I expect. So what do? I'm a hairdresser. Hairdresser. Don't you get bored of like talking to people all the time? Well, no, actually, I don't mind because some of the people are really nice and some of the people are my best customers. Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Well, I don't even go to hairdresser, as you can tell. I'm already beautiful. So how long have you been a hairdresser for? I've been a hairdresser this long. I went to college and da-da-da. Add in little bits of your own dialogue, but basically just ask them questions. I took one guy on pickup coaching. I don't normally do this, but I had one guy who paid me money to go out with him for a weekend, pick up girls. And he said to me, oh, I'm really nervous. I was like, bro, ask them questions. Say hello. Here's how you introduce yourself. Here's how you say hello. Ask them questions. And if you do that, you're 75% there. Because they're just going to talk about themselves. It doesn't matter what they reply. Who gives a fuck? You're a hairdresser, you're a nurse, you're a stripper. It's all the same shit. Who cares? Oh, really? That's interesting. Same answer to them all. Ask them. Let them talk shit about themselves. This is super effective to make people like you. Super effective. Because everyone loves to talk about themselves. So keep that in mind. And then the body language trick is to really look like you're listening. Most people don't look like they're listening. If I want someone to like me, I really look like I'm listening. So if I need a boss to like me or a girl to like me, I'll make sure it's clear I'm paying attention. So if you've ever been in like a group of people and there's one girl you want to fuck and everyone's kind of talking amongst themselves, but when that girl's talking, people are half listening. But when that girl's talking, not nuance. Don't look like a fucking creep, but make it clear you're listening. If other people are all talking to you and she starts talking to you, go, okay, yeah, look at her. I'm listening to you. Then oh, he thinks I'm important. He thinks what I say matters. And the boss is the same. He listens. He thinks I'm important. He thinks what I say matters. In a corporate situation, what I used to do, I used to do this all the time. Bosses love this shit. I used to walk around with a little notepad. So if I got called to the boss's office, I'd go into the notepad and pen, sit there. And when they were talking to me, I'd just randomly write things down. And a few of them said, why you got that? She said, I don't want to miss any key points. And they sit there and go, but they like that shit. I'm talking, and he's writing it down to not miss my key points. Yeah, well, Mr. Andrew, you are the best salesman. You have sold 3 times more than everybody else, but I'm a greedy CEO cunt, so I want you to sell more. So I was just wondering if you could possibly do this, or if you try doing this, because you're my cash cow and I want to milk you for all you're worth. Yeah, you're right. I did try that, actually. I did try that, but I'm gonna find the email. I'm gonna send it to you. Okay, yeah? You sit there and I'm listening to you, sir. What you have to say matters. I'm writing it down. They're gonna fucking love you. They're gonna love you. They're like, who the fuck this guy? And then they call the fucking jackass salesman in. Hi, where's your sales? Yeah, I've tried. That's how you be liked. Make it clear you listen to people. Most of you don't make it clear you're listening to someone. Make it clear you are listening to them. The notepad and pen example is fantastic with a boss. They fucking love that. They're sitting there going, this dude is this takes his shit seriously. Because a boss hires you to make them money. They're always going to pay you less than they make out of you. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a business. So if you're sitting there taking them seriously, you're taking their money seriously. Wouldn't you love it if you had someone who came into your house with a pen and paper and goes, how can I make you more money? Tell me what to do. I fucking like this guy. Who wouldn't? So you have to make it clear you're listening to people. And ask lots of questions all the time. Especially, once again, with the boss, they love to ask questions.